Speedflow Quickie. Today let's talk about the mirror modifier and its option, the new bisect options. So I will show you an interesting workflow to make something correct until we will have the merge and welder modifier. So I have this object. What I will do is on this one to add an array like that, and I will activate the merge option on the array, G. I will press Shift and Space, and I will activate the merge option too, and I will choose the Z axis. Since I'm using the relative offset, if I press 1, I will have something perfect. So S, like that. If I go on the other one, I can do this. Okay? So, with this, what I will do is to add a simple deform. I will enter this value, and I will have this result. And as you can see here, I will have this line, because this simple deform doesn't have a merge option like the array, like that. And since this is the bottom and this is the top, this is the last modifier, and the last modifier cannot merge the point because there is no option. So, to do this, we will use the mirror modifier with the bisect options. That means, first, I will create a subdivision surface to see the result, like that, and then I will add the mirror, and I will place it before the subdivision surface. That means that will cut our object in half, as you can see here and here, and that will make a mirror. But right now, since we don't use any bisect options, this is a rad result. So I will press Shift X, boom, to add a bisect options here. And as you can see now, everything is correct. If I press H to show you, like that. If I hide the bisect, Shift X, like that. So, with this workflow, with the mirror and bisect, you can cut in half your object and merge the point at the center, and like that you can have this kind of result that is pretty nice. So, if we exit, as you can see, this wireframe isn't correct to make this such asset. You don't want to use this is really bad. So what you want to do is to make something different. What I will do is hide every modifier. I will go in front view. I will go in edit mode, I will press K, I will press C, I will click, I will press E to add a new one, like that, and I will press enter. I will take this and I will press Ctrl X to get rid of this line, but to keep this vertex, okay? So now what I will do, first I will show everything, like that, and what I will do is to use another modifier in bisect, before everything, to copy this part to the other side and to the top, okay? So if we check on your object, if we select everything, we have this, so this is a normal result. And what we will do now is to come back on the mirror. I will press Shift Space to create a new mirror. I will just move it with the up arrow key before absolutely everything. And what I will do is press Shift X, just like that. So as you can see now, if I press Tab to go in edit mode, boom, we cannot see it in I need to activate the edit mode object. I activate it later. So, we will have this on the other side, and I will activate the Z axis, like that, and I will press Shift Z, like that. And as you can see, I created the bisect axis, but I need to invert the Z axis. So I will press Ctrl Z. Boom. And just like that, as you can see, I will have the result I want. I will have something that will work. So if I hide this, I have something way better than previously. So with this, what I can do is, let's see, to add a solidify. I will move it before the subsurf, like that, boom. Up, with up arrow key, like that. I can play with this, I can make -1, like that. I can, let's see, also hide with Alt this subdivision surface, and let's add a bevel, like that. I will just move before the subdivision surface, and just like that, I will press X and go up to change the angle. So like that, as you can see, I will have this. And just with this, if I activate the subdivision surface now, boom, I will have something perfect. Okay, so everything is editable. This is just, let's see, that. And if we play with the options, I will have this. And that's it. This is our result. And with the mirror and Bisect, and with the proper workflow, with the proper wire, you have something really nice. So this is one example with the Mirror and Bisect. Let's see another interesting example. I will create a simple cube, like that. I will go in edit mode, like that. I will come here and why not add a bevel, like that. And add a new one, like that. What I will do is to add on this one a mirror and press Shift X to activate the bisect axis, just like that. After I can come and let's see, edit this a little. And as you can see, I moved this part, but this one is still there. That means the mirror will only take this part here. What I can do on this one is come back on the mirror, press Y and Shift Y to have it in X and Y. If I go in tab, as you can see, this is the result you will have. And on this one, I will add a cut, just like that. Boom, I made a little cut, okay? And since I'm using the bisect on this object in X and in Y, this cut, this one, will be on all the different parts, on X and Y. So this is pretty interesting. Let's continue. If, let's see, I add a cut, I will make something like that with Control. Yep. Like that, up. Like that, and I will press space. Since I'm using the bisect on this object in X and Y, this object, this one, like that, will give us this kind of result. So this is really useful. Let's add a little bevel on this one. On this one, play with the bevel angle, so X, up, bam bam, move. Ah, I'm on the wrong one. My bad. Yes, so as you can see, like that. And just right now, if we check, we will have this result. So this is interesting. And for example, if I want to move this one, boom, I will have this. If I come back here, I will have that. So I can edit this one. Let's see, like that. You can see the result. This is really useful. I can also, if I want, add a mirror on this one. I will add a mirror. I will press X to remove the X-axis, I will press Z to add the Z-axis, and I will press O and select this object as reference. And just like that, this object has a mirror in X and in Y, and I added on this one a mirror in Z. So just like that, as you can see, I will have this kind of result. So just like that, again, you can combine different mirror with bisect on your object, and everything will follow. Let's see, I will press Control on this one, I can add something like that, boom, up. That will give me this kind of result. I can continue, I can make a cut, I can add this, boom, that will give me this, okay? So, you can come here, you can press cut, you can make this, and that will make it here. So space, boom. As you can see, tab, select those two, space, bevel, like that. Just like that. So, as you can see, this is really useful for this kind of object, of cut on your object. And I really like that. So, let's see another example, pretty interesting. I will create a simple cube, okay? I will, let's see, move this like that. I will add a bevel here, like that, and another one, like that. Now, if I add a mirror, I will press Shift X, I will have my bisect. I will move the mirror before the last bevel, like that. And if I go in edit mode, if I take this, if I press G, that will give me this kind of result, okay? If I select everything, if I press RX, that will give me this, RY, that will give me this, okay? So as you can see here, I have something weird, so that means I will call the mirror and I will disable the clip with S. And now if I come back, RY, boom, I can have this kind of result, as you can see. Yep. RZ, to make this, RR, to make something pretty weird, like that, RZ, boo. And as you can see, this is really nice. Boo, you make this. This is like playing with booleans, but it's not. So that can be really useful. For example, let's remove this one. I will create a simple plane, like that. I will go in edit mode, I will do this, I will do this, I will press E to extrude, I will add a bevel here, I will add a solidify, I will add another bevel here, like that. On this one, I will activate the mirror, I will press Shift X to have this result. Okay? So if I go in edit mode, I select everything, if I move it, I will have this. You are okay with this. If I call the mirror, I will press W, that will create a ref object. This is a little empty here. And what I will do is press W again to move it. So that will move the origin of my reference object. Okay? So you can see it here. So W to move it like that. But if you make a rotation on this one, RY, let's see, 45, bam, you can make this kind of things. So if I come back on the mirror and place it before the bevel angle, I will have this. Okay? So now what I can do is, for example, add some cuts. I will add a cut here, and as you can see, that will make it on both sides because I'm using a mirror on this one. So I can add an array, I can add more, like that, and that will work. Let's hide this one. If I come and make this here, up, like that, here, space, that will give me this. If I make it small, that will give me this. Okay? Same if I make a rebel, boom, that will give me this. So, boom, if I play with this, if I go in edit mode and let's select this one, I will do this, that will give me this. If I, for example, add a bevel on this one, like that, and that will work. So this object will be symmetrized on the other one, on the top one here, and because, not and, but because I'm using the mirror bisect, I will have this kind of result. So that can be really useful if you want to make something and don't want to make a copy, etc., etc. So that's it for this quickie. A little bit too long, but I think it was pretty interesting. Don't hesitate to tell me if it was interesting, if you have some other workflows, and don't hesitate to follow me on Twitter, YouTube, etc., etc. See you later.